So, what we're going to talk about is what you can test based on the traffic that you currently have on your site. A lot of people get this wrong, and a lot of people test the wrong things at the wrong time based on the amount of traffic that they have. And this is a huge pitfall and can end up having an A B testing program where you don't actually see impact. Okay, so there's a pretty good baseline to decide what sort of metrics you should be testing and where you should be testing on your site. And that's to do with pre-testing. So you should be running pre-tests on any test that you're thinking about running to know how long it'll take you to reach significance and how much traffic that's going to cost you. So a really great example is that a lot of times companies come to us and they say, hey, I want to test our conversion rate because our conversion rate isn't good and their conversion rate is under 1%. And most of the time I say, no, you shouldn't be testing that right now because it won't be possible for us to see significance in a good time frame. So for example, if you're a website that gets 1 million visits in your checkout area per month, you still might not reach significance in 30 days or less if your conversion rate's under 1%. So what you should be doing then is if you have that much traffic, you should be maybe looking at something like add to cart rate. And this process goes further and further back depending on how much or how little traffic you have. So if you don't have very much traffic at all, for example, so say you only get about 4,000 visits per month, then you're in trouble because you're running into things where you're wanting to test something like bounce rate, which you can test on almost every page and you can capture like almost every person that's coming through your site instead of something that's much further down the funnel. And what you'll see is that you're still going to run into having to run that test for almost a month. And we recommend that you shouldn't be running tests more than about 14 days. There are exceptions, but really a lot of times when those exceptions happen, it has to be something that you're really sure is going to make a huge impact. So really, when you want to start A/B testing on your website, you need to be looking at least about 10,000 visits per 30-day period before you can really get into some yummy insights in moving some of the metrics that you would really want to.